Welcome to the world's oldest sport. Did you know that wrestling was a featured sport in the ancient Olympic Games? In 776 BC, it was one of the most popular sports around. And it's still making headlines today. At the Rio Games this summer, American Kyle Snyder became the youngest American ever to win a gold medal in wrestling. He's 20 years old, goes to Ohio State. And Helen Morales became the first woman ever to win a gold medal for the United States as well. The Olympics is awesome, but each year the NCAA championships are one of the biggest events in all of college sports. ESPN broadcasts every single match live, and they show the semifinals and the finals in prime time on their flagship station. This year the championships were held in New York City at Madison Square Garden, and it was an incredible event, as it always is. In high school in the United States, wrestling is the 6th most popular high school sport. And more than 1 million boys and girls at the youth level wrestle in our country. It's extremely popular in certain parts of the country, including nearby states, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York. And in Virginia, it historically hasn't been that popular around here, but that's quickly changing. It's growing like crazy, partly because Top of the Podium is recognized as one of the top youth wrestling facilities in the country, and it's based right here in Sterling, Virginia. Wrestling is not only the oldest sport, but it's probably the most unique youth sports experience around. There's no equipment to master, and there's no teammates to rely on or depend on, to blame if things don't go right. You don't need to be put on a great team to have victories. It's just you and your opponent in a contest of smarts, of athleticism, your body, your mind, your emotions against them. And unlike some sports that are sort of individual sports, they're racing against you or whatever, you're engaged with your opponent. You two are going at it together. And that's what makes it so exciting and so interesting. This is why wrestlers have to develop physical and mental toughness, unlike any other sport. And conditioning, wrestlers are famous for. And just athleticism, flexibility, agility, all these things are developed by wrestlers, which makes it one of the most respected sports of all sports. It's also a great foundational sport if you do play other sports because of the things that you learn in wrestling, especially football. Great football players, great NFL stars have often talked about, if they were wrestlers, how wrestling helped them on the gridiron. And on the Top of the Podium website, there's a lot of links to articles and videos about that very topic. Another big reason why wrestling is so popular is you don't have to be tall, you don't have to be big, you don't have to be super fast, which you do in a lot of other sports to be successful. Now in wrestling, great wrestlers come in all shapes and sizes. And that's really cool because any of you could become a wrestler who represents your high school team and you earn a varsity letter. Maybe you get a college scholarship. Maybe you go on to wrestle and travel around the world, or maybe even representing your country in the Olympics one day. So I encourage you to give wrestling a try. Perhaps like so many other people, you'll become one of those persons who falls in love with the world's oldest, greatest, and perhaps most unique sport of all.